Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Unai Emery uses a so-called box midfield to trap the opposition and break on counter-attacks. It's a trend emerging the past few seasons and it's used by Manchester City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Brighton, among others. But Unai Emery's shape is different. As said, the formation is a 4-4-2 on paper. We start with the sweeper keeper on attack duty. This is important as the goalkeeper is the last line of defense. The player you choose here must be able to sweep up the loose balls and not be prone to errors. On the wings of the defense, we have two wingbacks on support duty. They are the outliers to help escape the opposition's press. You need smart players here who can read the game well as they need to recycle the ball or play a long ball into the midfield area to evade the press. The central defenders are ball-playing ones as they must offer the first passing option when playing from the back. In the midfield, we have four players that have a very important mission: to create the box midfield and break the opposition's press. The box midfield became a staple in the Premier League, being used as a way of keeping the players in close proximity and keeping possession of the ball through quick passes. This shape is meant to attract pressure and break it using either the wingers or the attackers. On the right side, we have an inverted winger. He is required to stay wider but come deeper as the possession game starts. Being an inverted winger, we also aim to emulate the Tielemans and Bailey rotation, which can get the inverted winger into scoring positions from time to time. Two box-to-box midfielders make up the central area. Their role is to provide support when playing out from the back and picking up the best pass in play moving forward. They are going to be the most pressed players in the midfield, so these players must be very composed to pick up the best passes and join the attack later on. On the left side, we have a wide playmaker. This player does not need to be a natural winger. This role is usually taken by John McGinn, who mainly played in the left inside channel this season. This player is required to cut inside when his team is in possession and aid the passing game. He could later on be released on the counter, or he can pick up a pass that would put his attacking teammates in scoring positions. And this is the way in which Unai Emery aims to create his midfield box. Granted, in the game it doesn't always turn out to be as expected, but when it does, the opposition doesn't really know how to handle it, leaving spaces that can be exploited. The strikers are a pressing forward and an advanced one. The pressing forward is told to start from a wider position to try and recreate Bailey's forward movement, rotating with the striker. As mentality, I mostly used attacking this season. As my team is the best in the league, we can go with attacking, but positive works as well. It all depends on the level of the team you manage and your opposition. In possession, fairly wide, shorter passing directness and a slightly higher tempo, mixed crosses and run defense. We aim to avoid the pressing and create swift attacks. In transition, counter-press, counter and distribute quickly to the central defenders. Out of possession, mid-block, higher defensive line, trigger press much more often, prevent goalkeeper short distribution, step up more and trap outside. Unai Emery is mainly a defensive manager, and this is seen in his team's defensive approach. With this setup, we aim to press but not to the point of breaking our defensive shape, and our defense must be compact to force the opposition to play on the wings where they can be easily isolated. This setup has generated 3 goals scored and 0.9 conceded per game in the league, helping us score 124 goals in total. In other competitions, we have scored 13 goals in the Champions League phase alone against teams like Chelsea and PSG among others, while we have dominated the domestic cup with 29 goals scored and 9 conceded. Of course, glitches happened, and the worst of them was the defeat against Bayern München. But this tactic has been very dominant for us this season, and helped us win the domestic treble for the first time in this save. Many tactics provide a great output, but this one has provided the greatest output yet.